back to Kingdom TV. My name is Marianne and I am your host for Kingdom Quotes. Today's quote is from Dietrich and it says, "One act of obedience is better than 100 sermons." Our scripture is from 1 Samuel 15 verse 22 and it says, "So Samuel said, has the Lord had great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed than the fat of rams." So God is really particular about obedience. As a matter of fact, God really frowns about disobedience. He frowns at disobedience. In the scripture, we see that God had given Saul an instruction to destroy a set of people, right? But what did Saul do? Saul came back with animals, came back with a lot of things that God had asked him to destroy in the name of wanting to sacrifice these things to the Lord. I mean, how is God going to derive pleasure from an act of disobedience? I'll also give you another instance of disobedience that God frowned at. We know how much Moses was a man that was dear to God's heart. However, when the Israelites had complained that they wanted water, right, and God had instructed Moses to go take his rod and speak to the rock, right, but Moses was angry at the time, and when he went down, he began to, scold the Israelites, and he struck the rock twice, which was an outright disobedience to the instruction of God. And Moses actually paid dearly because he was supposed to lead the Israelites into the promised land, but because he disobeyed God, God told him he would not do this. So this quote is encouraging us to always obey the instructions of God to the letter. One of my pastors will always say, if God asks you for a 10, he's expecting a 10, not a 9. Not an 11, he's expecting a 10. So we must learn to obey God to the letter. We must learn to do what God has asked us to do. Only then will God derive pleasure in what he has said we should do. Till I come your way, guys, next week, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media handles. Bye, guys.